Hold up. If you're a kid, do not watch this video. If you're offended by foul language, do not watch this video. This video is in no way meant for children. You have been warned. You have been advised. Fair warning.
Good evening. I'm going to review a toy for once that was made in this century. So, been looking forward to this. Been really excited about these. Little bit of a backstory here. So the figures that came out with the War for Cybertron game when it first came out is 100% what got me back into collecting. That was the first, I have to have all of these fantastic figures. I didn't end up with all of them. Things were harder back then, but I have a ton of the original War for Cybertron figures. They're fantastic, and there was no Barricade. And he is fantastic looking. Here's the box. Window to steal heads and everything else you can think of. These windows seem to be getting smaller, almost like they're recognizing their stupid-ass decision. So here's the box. I don't usually do boxes. Picture the figure. But there. The box. Here's the figure. So, a few things that I'd like to bring up. First of all, getting them out of the packaging is a pain in the ass. I don't know how they got this big back flap in a little tiny square hole, because this is what he comes out of, and I don't know how they, like that's way bigger than this. I had to rip it. And the leg pieces, that little tiny hole, you'll see the leg pieces I'm talking about. That was nuts. Good job on that one. At least it was secure. It was very secure. So, just opened this figure. Just got him today off the back of the truck. And that's why you might not have seen very many reviews on this guy. Might have jumped in my jet and flown over to China and got him off the back of a truck, and then flew my private jet, paid for by YouTube, back over. So, here is War for Cybertron Barricade. Let's take a look at that face, dude. That head sculpt is awesome. I love how they did the eyes, but they're just kind of like not normal eyes. I love that. I love the detail that's in this. All these nice little molded in details. Really wish that was black. He does have hips for days. He's got big old birthing hips. I guess you can kind of tuck them back a little bit farther than I have them, but yeah. So, I have not transformed this yet, so when we get into the transformation, you'll see it with me. A little bit of a paint goof there, but whatever. So, I think he looks fantastic on a shelf from back here. Now let's get into the fun. First of all, these goddamn clown shoes that they made feet for this guy, they're just hinged. That is it. That is all you get. That's it. For the prices we pay now. And you know what? I'm gonna sound like one of those dudes that just goes on here and complains about prices, but holy shit. That's what we get now. How far back did we have to revert for this crap? And look at the foot. It's awful. These back pieces, which was what was in that small hole, they kind of fill in the back, but that's a lot of waffles. That's a lot of waffles. And this isn't the worst of the waffles. I do know a guy who's going to fix this. It's not me. Somebody else. Keep an eye out. I will say I love the backpack. The way this sits on his back, it's going to catch the light right, is fantastic. I love this. And I can't wait to see Toy Hacks do something with these figures, because, they could do so much with the right stickers on these. It would look great. So he's got ball joints up here. Ball joints. We're back to ball joints. He does have... He's got a lot of meat to him. So he's got an elbow bend. It doesn't go very far. He does have a rotation here. Hands are on a ball joint inside of here. But, the palms of his hands are kind of covered. And these are super tight. I'm afraid I'm going to rip that ball joint off. Yeah, that's some bullshit. His knee doesn't bend much because he's got so much crap on the back of his leg. Normally, I don't care about this kind of thing. See, look at that. That's so bad. Oh, another thing. Hasbro. These hexagon 5mm pegs suck. Stop using them. Anybody who's ever bought a third-party part or tried to design a third-party part that has a 5mm peg knows exactly why I hate those. So, there you go. Now for the weapon gimmick, which I am already tired of, and I will bring out another figure to show you why. Pull his arm off. You pull this giant hunk of a forearm off, and leave this tiny little stub in its place. You take his included gun, and you peg it on there. And now this whole honking thing turned into this anemic-ass little gun. And he still can't really do a 90 on it. It's there you go. You have to hold it sideways to do a 90 on his elbow. And these ball joints are tight. Which is nice. I like tight ball joints. I don't. I'm just going to tell you now, I'm going to make guns for these, but I'm not exactly happy about it. And I hope that the same person who makes some filler kits for these makes handles for these guns. I already know of one. Plug this back on here. Now this is pretty tight. Like, this is not just falling off. Now, my Optimus Prime, I have him too. I wasn't even going to review these. I have him too. His arm, this just slide like this. It just falls off. It's not tight on there, really, at all. This one, it's tight on there, which is awesome. You want to see the waffliest thing I've ever seen in my life? The inside of that leg. Look at that. Look at that. You can fit Legos in there. And oh my, this. What is this? Looks fantastic. This was probably the one I was the most excited about, to be honest. Because I have a War of Cybertron Optimus. I have a War of Cybertron Bumblebee. I have a War of Cybertron Bruticus. This guy, I didn't have. And I'm pretty sure they never made him. One of the best looking characters in the game, if you ask me. And from like here down, he looks great. If you just do this, there you go. Just have him stand behind somebody else, so that's all you see. He looks great, but this, and the legs, the feet, dude, the fucking clown shoes. This channel's not for kids. So, yeah. Alright, let's, that I see being a problem, too. As soon as this thing gets some play in him. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Even if you pegged his feet into something. That's gonna be rough. Alright. Let's hope it makes up for it in car mode. Alright. This vehicle mode is awesome. It's not a difficult transformation. You're going to want to look at the instructions like once, and then you'll pretty much have it from there. It's not that it's difficult. A couple of things are not the most intuitive, only because you get lines that, because there's so many angles, they're not exactly like what you would think is going to happen. And then when it comes together, it's solid. It's solid. It clicks together in all the right places. It's holding. There's not any big gaps that aren't like just going to be there. The bottom of it doesn't exactly look like a robot laying on his back or on his chest. You know, no visible head syndrome. But the back. Oh my god. The back of this car mode is beautiful. I love this. I love the big just chunking engine sticking out of the back. I wish this had blast effects or something on these exhaust pipes. They look like exhaust pipes to me. That would be awesome. The color is spot on. The very faint, if you can see it, there's very faint, like just the edges of where this transition is purple, and it creates these really cool purple lines. You've got the grid work here, Decepticon logo, some purple back here. You can use the gun in vehicle mode like you should for a game that had vehicle mode multiplayer action. So it mounts on the top there. Actually, I don't know where Prime's gun is. Let me see if I can find Prime's gun and see if you can actually do it. Oh, there it is. I want to see. Can you swap them? No! Missed opportunity. For a game where you all the time we're picking up other guns and other weapons, you can't swap them. That's a missed opportunity. That's nice. That pegs in nice. It's a little bit annoying that they veered so far away from the standard 5mm pegs. And I'm bumping the camera. Because that's not a round 5mm. You can't just put another gun in here. And no other transformer can hold this. There's no 5mm port on this, or peg on this. It's just this 5mm octagon peg on the back, which sucks. That's a little bit bullshit. A little bit bullshit. That car mode. You know what? I'm not even going to transform it back for the end of the video. I love that car mode so much, he may stay in it. That grill? I know my lighting's not the best. I couldn't find my lights. So, there you go. This has been my review of the War for Cybertron Gamer Series. What are these things calling it? Transformer War for Cybertron Studio Series Gamer Edition 02 Barricade. You know what, let's, for the final shot here. For the final shot. Because I never save these cardboard things, and this thing's going to go in the trash as soon as we're done with this.